Hello, Emma.
Hello.
Welcome. So, we're going to talk hair and we're going
Yeah.
to talk products today. Tell me to begin with about your hair.
So I've always had fine hair, but a lot of it. You know, I'm at that age where it's starting to really thin. I've noticed thinning here and up here. I've been using some products and I have noticed some regrowth, but what happens is it then becomes really full here and then the ends are still thin.
Because your hair's presenting as quite straight today, but do you have texture
Curly.
underneath it? Is it actually naturally very curly?
Yeah, it's quite curly and I never have it curly.
Okay, so you're committed to straight.
Yes.
You want it to be obviously smooth, straight but not too flat.
Yeah, straight but not too flat because otherwise it just and where it thins, where it's thinning, it sort of goes very lank and by the end of the day, or even not even the end of the day.
There's a lot going on, isn't there?
Yeah.
Your hair's delicate, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really
fine,
is.
So it needs to be kept hydrated and it needs to be protected from heat.
Yes.
And in order to smoothen out the natural curl in your hair, you have to use some heat. So yeah, you've basically got the whole gamut going on all at once. What do you tend to do with your hair in terms of styling?
So I use the heat protectors and blow drying cream sometimes. So I section it off.
Yeah.
I've got various different size brushes.
Okay.
I probably will straighten it, although I'm finding that I'm having to straighten less because it's finer and it seems to blow dry better.
What are your favourite hair products?
Shampoo and conditioner, Philip Kingsley, the Density product.
Lovely.
And that's where I've noticed the hair growth. After about 3 months, I've really noticed the difference. And
It's in good nick, by the way.
Is
it's
it?
feeling
Is
well, hydrated. It feels healthy. I think the Philip Kingsley products are working for you, so I would stick with them.
Stick with it.
Yeah,
and I
that's great.
tend to use a mask as a conditioner a few times a week.
Excellent. I mean, your hair looks great. What can I help you with specifically that you don't feel you're getting or that you want to improve on?
Yeah, I think it just looks lifeless. I think the front it just seems all a bit wispy and uneven on both sides, I think, and that's in density and length. But then I can't have too shorter bangs or fringe because my hair's naturally curly and the back of the hair is always harder to dry. I always tend to get a kink here.
Yeah, there is a little bit of a kink. The bit that betrays you, I would say that there's a section here which is sort of from the crown downwards that if you can get this piece right, that will then sit down, proliferate a bit. That will make it feel more sort of finished off.
Yes.
Because through here looks very good today, and there's a slight
undulation.
It's always
that one,
which is nice. You know,
and my hair is naturally very frizzy as well. So as soon as there's any humidity, it just frizzes. It doesn't take long to smooth it out, but it's just sort of make sure that it stays there, but it's not so flat that it just loses life within an hour.
Okay, I think there are products out there that are designed to combat humidity.
Yeah.
But they can be too heavy.
Yes.
The most effective one I've come across is Colour Wow Dream Coat. It does work, but I think it's quite heavy on the hair. And I suspect it's very difficult for an anti-humidity product to also be light. Yeah. Particularly if it's something you're putting in before you blow dry it, a prep product.
Absolutely.
There is this tension between how do I keep the lightness of touch in my hair but protect it from frizz and have it last. I don't think you can necessarily do all three things.
Yes.
I don't think styling products are that powerful. The fact that you have to do your hair every other day or so, I don't think that's going to change. I think it's just something you have to do because it's what your hair requires in order for it to look as you want it to be. But it doesn't mean we don't stop trying. Yeah. And I think also just, whenever a new product comes out, just give it a try and see if it does it. And you can get the balance right.
Exactly.
That's everything. You must have tried lots of things that don't work.
Yes.
And a few things that do work. What doesn't work for you in terms of product?
Serums, they tend to weigh my hair down. Okay. Mousses tend to weigh my hair down. They just make them too tacky and sticky. And anything oil-based.
And what does work for you?
The Elvive, it's a purple bottle, I can't remember what it's called now, Big Hair. Yeah. And that's brilliant because that doesn't weigh it down. It just gives it some sort of life again. Yes. Kerastase blow drying cream is a real go-to.
Nutritive.
Yes, absolutely.
Is a really nice one.
Really lovely.
Kerastase is L'Oreal.
Yes.
So let's try today Super Blow Dry Cream by LV.
Sure,
which is basically the high street version of that.
Yeah.
I'm finding as I go along that you get a lot of good performance out of high street products.
Yeah.
So let's try that.
Perfect.
Tactics for your hair. Don't weigh it down too much with oils, therefore go for a cream. It sounds like is what works for you.
Yeah, definitely.
And then in order for you to get a little bit of lift and a bit of texture and so forth, finishing product in the guise of some sort of texturizing spray.
Yes.
And I also imagine on day 2, possibly a dry shampoo as well, because that will refresh the roots, get rid of any oiliness that might build up. But also, you know, dry shampoos are really good at just creating a bit of space.
Yes.
Inside your hair. And so it revives it and it builds up the volume a little bit as well. So it stops your hair from pulling down.
Yes.
It sounds to me like that is probably the best way forward for you. We're going to blow dry your hair today. I'm going to go through with you how I think to best do that in order to get it smooth but not too flat.
Sure.
Using a cream.
Lovely.
In terms of the shape of your hair, I can see that when your hair is finer, it tends to divide a bit and you get these gaps. I think the length that you have for your hair at the moment is totally appropriate.
Right.
I think it's really good. I think you could do with a slight tidy up.
Yes, definitely.
To keep it sharp. And I think little and often. So I would say we just take that off today.
Yeah.
You know, a shy centimetre, just to keep it nice and strong. It's also good that you have something there. It's just that you can get that bit of a gap, can't you?
That's it.
If we start putting more layers in here, it's going to start becoming 2 layers.
Yeah.
You could consider putting in a clip-in weft.
Yes.
If you're going out. You would just slot something in here, and it's something that just clips flat to your hair and will give you a couple of inches of width of hair that thick, and it will just drop down. And you can you can place it and then cut it to match your hair, you know, and then sort of, you know, give it a little bit of shaping at the edge there, and then that will sit over the top. And I think what that will do is to just fill in that gap and give your hair a sense of presence.
Absolutely, because I don't want to go down the extension route. Will it damage my hair more?
If they're well done, they won't damage your hair.
Okay.
But I think the fact that you want the support here where your hair is finest, I think something temporary would be a good start.
No, that would be great. Yes, I can get used to that. Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you the details of the guy.
Thank you very much.
Can give you a full consultation.
Oh, amazing. That would be brilliant. Thank you.
All right, let's get cracking.
Lovely.
Okay, so Alvive Dream Lengths Super Blow Dry Cream nourishes the ends, eases the blow dry, up to 230 degrees C heat protector, and 72 hours shape memory. So you don't want your hair to be just straight, you want an undulation.
Yes.
So with this stuff, I'm going to spread it between my fingers and palms, and I'm going to start by just running it through the roots around the hairline area there, because these are the areas that I think need the most nourishment and protection. Start with a little, and then if you feel you haven't got enough in there, put a bit more in. So I'm taking this through the mid-lengths and ends now, and then with whatever's left over now, especially this area around the crown that you said you have difficulty in getting this smooth, I think it's important that you get plenty of product in there, just because it's going to give you the helping hand you need. What kind of shape and size brush do you tend to use on your hair?
Medium size brush, I would say. I always called it large, but it...
With that, you said that's medium?
Probably larger.
Larger.
Yeah, so I'd probably use that for my hair, all around here, until I get to the front, and from your tips, I've gone to a smaller brush.
Excellent.
Which has made all the difference.
I think you could go as small as this. As you now know, if you use a small brush, you're able to pull it straighter and flatter at the same time.
I can't believe how much of a difference it has made.
Oh, that's great.
In fact, I think I need to go smaller because mine isn't as small as that. So
Ibiza makes the tiny brush, and in fact I can show it to you.
That's perfect.
That is the smallest one.
And I love that sort of cork handle as well. Yeah. Lovely, thank you.
So I'm going to start at the front and then move on to the back afterwards. Can you show me what you would do?
Well, let's do this.
So I suggest you just imagine you're working a fringe.
Yes.
And then make the fringe go all the way back to the crown. Fantastic. Yeah. So you've got a nice firm hold on it. You're able to pull it taut and flat. Excellent. That's really excellent. And I can see already it's smooth. And if you just then part it, it parts this way.
Yes.
Down. And if you want to get a little bit of lift, you know, it will start to lift. One little tip, if you find it gets to the point where it's dry but it's still slightly frizzy,
yes,
just dampen your hand.
Okay.
So
you
can always do that, and then you can go back in and just perfect it. So the brush is not something that you curl your hair around, it's actually a platform over which your hair sits.
Right, yes.
And I think that's the important thing. And you will slowly and steadily create something that can be perfect.
Oh, I love that bit, yeah.
You know, and you've got that lovely shape there. It creates a slight sort of diamond shape out of your face, which I think is very cute. So I'm just going to work up the sides now, but you can carry on going backwards to the crown and do it that way, just because from that point of view, it's really easy.
Yeah. So what I would normally do with this bit, I would sort of brush it up and then...
Right. So my suggestion is tuck the brush into the root tighter.
Ah, like here?
Yeah.
And still wrap it?
Yeah. Does that, you can feel
I can feel a tightness here.
There. Shall I hold her dryer for you?
Thank you.
If you just hold that there for now, come into the root, and then once you get to the edge of the brush, then move the brush slowly through. If you find that, you know, it stops wanting to move, just unwind it slightly. There we are. And then maybe you just need to just sort of pull it in, and then, exactly, there we are. You can now actually start to take the two sections together.
Yes.
Because your hair's fine, you can do that.
That's the bit where I like finishing off, like.
Yeah. Great. All right. Pass it where you would normally pass it. Look at that. It's not too lifted.
No.
And it's aerated.
Yeah.
You did that. So the last thing I want you to do is to now work on this section here, which is your crown section that you said you have difficulty with. I'm using a larger brush now.
Yeah.
I think smaller around the hairline where you want it a bit flatter. Slightly larger brush further back where you can take a bit more volume. Take it like that, bring the hairdryer here, and then just keep bringing it forward as you would before. Get yourself ready, that's it. You were aiming the hairdryer and it was kind of fluffing these bits up. So I want you to just keep it sort of not going over like that.
Okay, so at the
keep
front.
It there. You did it. It's done. Got rid of that frizz there, and you also have a nice bit of lift as well because you were bringing it forward. So now all you need to do is blow dry the underneath section in the way that you always have. Just section off and go for it. There we are. That's it. All that commotion's gone. It's now a smooth, gliding operation. Oh yes, totally different.
Yeah.
Good student. So there we have it. I mean, it doesn't look a million miles from how you came in at the beginning. And what's great, Emma, is that you have a really good working knowledge of your own hair. I can see that. I can tell by the way you presented yourself. I can tell by the way you handled your hair yourself. I hope that's helped just to help you find the...
It definitely has. It's helped incredibly. And that front, the ends for the finishing touches was amazing. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You're really welcome. I'm so pleased you came today. It's been great fun
working with you. Lovely to meet you.